And we're live.
Okay, good. This is health and welfare. We're back. We had to take a little break for a fire drill. And now we're actually going to wrap up our meeting. Thank you all. It's been great. One other thing I failed to mention is that if you have your iPads, everything we do in here is electronic and you have a choice. You can ask Kiki to have a written agenda at your place. It may be updated and you might look at it and it might have already changed, but you can get it and it will be also online. So we can access it here. All the bills we get are here. When we start marking bills up, you might want a printed copy. So that we'll sort that out as we go along, but just know that you've got everything here. And if you want to be fully electronic, great. If you want something printed out, good. We try to avoid killing too many trees, but
It's been a transition,
there is.
but every committee has a website. If you go in and on the main legislative page and then click your committee. And
Have you talked about that at all?
I haven't been, I'd say I'm helping with some of the IT stuff. I'm not a huge IT person.
Okay, well,
I'm a Gen Z, so.
Yeah,
you're good.
I'm Gen X, so
do you have an iPad that you'll be bringing in or not?
it's upstairs in my desk.
Okay, so when you have it here, we'll maybe have Kiki go through to the webpage and show us how it works. And we can look at it up here.
Okay.
There's a lot. You can do everything. You can go back different sessions, look at all the bills that we passed and the things that we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I've seen that part of it.
Yeah, okay, all right,
I'm getting better.
okay.
That way. I'm just, yeah. If I need to get something done, I usually grab a grandchild and like to help
That's-
because they're
that's-
smarter than I am.
Yes, that's mine.
Perfect. So is there anything else? Yes, next week, we're gonna start getting into the 101s. And if there are things that you really want to learn about, let me know. We'll have the healthcare advocate in, we'll have our ledge councils in, our lawyers in, and look at if we can get to it, some of the reports that are coming back to us. We'll get to the review of some oversight of all the work that's going on now, in particular with Act 167 and the hospital transformation stuff that we really want to focus on a little bit. And then on Tuesday, do some thinking over the weekend and think about what are your priorities for, oversight or looking at or bills that are coming in, anticipating topics. Just let me know.
I did just want to say there are so many acronyms in here that it is mind-boggling, and I don't be scared to just say, hey, what is that? What does that mean? What does that stand for? Because it can be challenging. Just
Top two, the one that you said over.
right? Yeah.
Oh, it will fit.
We did. I think we did have like a glossary
Yeah,
last
who
year.
has that?
We should bring that
I
back.
used to put one together and Diva used to put one, but there's so many more new organizations and programs that it's completely outdated.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
We'll get to it, but don't
Yeah.
Get behind,
no.
because
Yeah.
don't be
exactly.
afraid to stop a witness. and say,
Yes.
Sorry, please
Right.
explain
What
what
is that?
AHIP is.
Yeah.
Right, if you hear an acronym from a witness or from one of us, you just say, raise your hand immediately. I'll probably get it. And there are acronyms I don't know. We'll all be learning at the same time, so it's good.
And Ginny, I had one quick question for you too. As we look at hospital transformation, will we dig into the Wyoming report at all too?
Yeah, well, a little bit. It'll be mostly listening to Owen Foster and Jenny Samuelson about where we are
Okay.
with the work of Act 167. The report itself is less significant than what is in 167 and where the work is going. And then as part of what we will look at for the reports are the final recommendations. And there are some that are low hanging fruit. And those are the bills that are going to be coming in. If you have a chance, and Ann and I were at the meeting at the Health Reform Oversight Committee meeting, December 6th. It's here on YouTube. It's one of the meetings. You can look it up and you can scroll through and listen to the testimony. It is very helpful. And
I also realized I have the documents from that meeting, that the handouts, which,
good.
so if anybody wants a hard copy, which is.
I'll bring those in too. You have yours, I have
I have
mine.
mine. I had them in a folder and I was bringing in all the stuff I've gotten. I thought from the commission, I found out I had more of the healthcare oversight
Okay,
stuff,
good.
so.
Could
Sure.
Kiki link it to our page maybe?
Well, she doesn't have it yet. Yeah, we'll bring it in and it's actually, it may be premature. So we'll, make sure you get it. You're ready for it.
Chairman, Senator,
Yes,
Lyons. The H-167, I was invited to Gifford Hospital,
yes,
by the chair of the board.
yes.
So I went to there and again, it's one of those deals I didn't need to speak. I just need to listen. And they found that the one report from the people that they hired out of Albany, New York, that report was very inadequate. They were finding that was very inadequate, and it was actually the agreement board that said that there was some inadequacies in their report. And Gifford had chosen not to change anything except for two of their programs, the chiropractic program and one of their small programs.
So
So
where, yeah,
But they were deciding to stay, their board decided to stay and not deal with the H-167.
so that is exactly the kind of question and conversation that you will want to bring up when Jenny Samuelson is in
Okay.
and Owen Foster is in. So the report itself is a report. The recommendations are recommendations. There's nothing there that's mandated. The legislation itself goes the next step in terms of how do we bring our hospital services together with our community services, and how do we maximize the benefit of our hospitals in different geographic regions. So the report itself doesn't go there.
Yeah.
Doesn't do all of that. It was, some of the conclusions were not well received.
Yeah, the president, the CEO of Gifford spoke up at that day and said, they want to give more control to the HMC and to, UVM, to the code, and we don't want that. We want to be able to control it, so.
Yeah, so that wasn't really part of the report.
No, but.
Yeah, I know, and everybody has that fear. So
It was a fear.
yeah, well, this is a conversation that this committee is going to have. And I think it's a very healthy conversation. So, but what I'm gonna ask of us is to hold off till we get some of that
Until we get that.
infill from people and then
Is that good?
go. Oh, it is, there's some of that, yeah, I know, and with and don't forget, okay? We're talking about different things. The budget review that the Green Mountain Care Board does is one thing, and that's kind of, how do we control the budget short term? And when the last budget for the University of Vermont was finished, it closed a lot of services because of the way the funding takes place. So when we start getting into funding, we'll start to understand what that meant. And then are those services gone forever? That's a budget question. And that's something that will bring the board in on to understand the board a little bit. So the 167 is the longer term. How do we coordinate our care system across the state? And of course, they collide, right? Obviously, they're going to collide. We'd be doing long-term planning and you're trying to save money in the short term. So this is the important discussion for us. You really hit the nail on the head. Great. All right. So we are going to say, I'm going to say thank you. I'm looking forward to this year with you guys. This is going to be so good. We have difficult issues, but we're going to get our heads around what we can do and we'll have fun. We will. I forgot. I got to bring my little happiness
That's
card.
right. Love the happiness
We're
cards.
gonna have that. We do that. We got to do something.
Yeah,
Keep us going.
yeah.
So thank you all, and Kiki will go off live. Well, in the day. Right.